Hello and welcome to episode 53 of the Swimrun Show podcast. I'm Mike and we have true royalty of swimrun. Yes, she's the world champion. She won the OtillO World Championship with Anna Hellstrom in the female category this year. She won it last year as well. But she set the new course record with Anna and she's won loads of races. Really quite a CV of swimrun accomplishments. So let's crack on all the way over in Switzerland. Sabina. Okay, so we have swimrun royalty here. Sabina Rapelli, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on. If you've not heard of Sabina, she's a big deal in swimrun. Won a lot of races over the years, especially this year, and setting a new course record at the OtillO World Championships. Well done, Sabina.
Thank
Racing
you.
with Anna Hellstrom. And you've had an amazing year. Just looking back at your results, like world champs first, female category focused on a little bit. You're racing with David
Yeah,
Pasquet in Ireland, first mixed category.
exactly.
Anna Hellstrom, Gothenburg, first female category. Engadin, Ulrika Eriksson, first. Uto,
Exactly.
Desiree Anderson, first. I mean, what a
Yeah,
season. That's just this year. Amazing.
yeah, it was really special. Yeah, I really had a perfect time in each race with different partners, and yeah, OtillO was like the cherry on the cake. Do the record was our goals, and we did it, and is just amazing that we arrived to do it.
Yeah, just looking, you've had over the OtillO races this year, you've had so 5 races and 4 different race partners.
Yeah,
That's quite a lot of chopping and changing. How did you find
yeah,
that?
it was not planned because we decided with Hannah to do OtillO together around June, so after Ute. But the problem is that Hannah has a family, so it's not easy for her to travel a lot. And we planned to do Gothenburg together because it was easy for her just to go by car there. And at the end, I was in Sweden during the summer to do a training camp with Anna, and David was motivated to come in Holland. So I was there, and I said, "Okay, we can do the race." So it was not planned to change all my partners during the year, but I think it's also the beauty of swimrun to race with different persons and to experiment a different sensation, different situation, because with every person you race, the situation are different. So sometimes maybe you have to pull, sometimes you have to stay back because the other one is faster than you. So it's quite I think you learn a lot if you change person.
Yeah. Yeah, I've found that myself actually. Not at the pointy end like you are, right at the front, but you definitely learn from different things from different people for sure. And
Exactly.
yeah, and mixing the categories up as well, I think is good. Just to give, yeah,
Yeah, of course. For the women racing in mixed category, it's really good because you push yourself over your limit every time. And I think I improved a lot when I did my first experience with Alexis in the mixed category, because I was pushing myself over my limits in each race I did. And in the women category, of course, I push myself, but I can race at my own pace. I don't have to race at the pace of my partner as I do in the mix category. So
yeah,
both category are really good.
yeah, yeah, they are. And so, well, I've got so much to. How did you get? You got started in 2018, wasn't it? That was your first swim run in Was it Engadin?
No, my first one was in Côte d'Azur,
Côte d'Azur. Yeah.
near. It was Nice, Heze. It was.
Hmm.
I think they don't do again this race anymore. Uh, but I did it with a friend from Ticino, from my place, a really close friend. And when I went to this race, they did a big briefing the day before the race, and they invited Kristin Larsson, Annika Eriksson, and Daniel Hansen, and they just talk about OtillO, and they showed some videos. And it was the first time I saw videos about this race, and I I I was shocked about the strength of these women, and I said, "Wow, I really hope one day to do it, me too." So,
Yeah.
and it was my first one in
Right.
Nice, Eze.
Nice is there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So there's, well, we'll come back to Côte d'Azur this weekend, which you're racing with Alexis
yeah,
this week. We will definitely come back to that because that's on Sunday. But yeah, you touched on the strength of the women there. I remember the first time I saw Kristin Larson was 2015. She won Uto. I think it was her first OtillO race anyway. And after she came off the podium, she was handed her two babies, basically. Her
yeah,
children then, I'm pretty sure they were like one, they were properly babies, basically. I was like, wow, that is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, let's kind of dive into the female category because in the UK, anyway, it's not as strong as it maybe used to be. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's the teams category is suffering a little bit in the UK in terms of
yeah,
trying to compete with you guys over there in Europe. But I know you're coaching and you're doing a lot of coaching with
yeah.
females. Do you want to talk a little bit about that side of things?
Yeah, I propose to Nicola Ramirez, the head coach from Envol, my team, to do something with women's, because I think that the women's category needs help, because it's quite easy for a woman to race with a man,
Hmm.
especially if it's your partner, or even if we look the point of view of the capacity, the man is stronger than the woman, so it's easy for the woman put her confidence in the man and say, you will lead all the swim, you will lead all the running, and we will of course arrive to finish the race. And it's different when you are a woman and you have a partner that is a woman that has the same capacity of you, and at that point you have to say to you, okay, if we have a problem, maybe I have to take the lead. And even if this can happen also with a man, because of course they
Yes.
can have some moments down. So
Yeah.
we had with Alexis sometimes, but it's not really often that they have this kind of moments. So it's different. I think we discuss about helping the women, so propose a coaching for them, to push them and say, you can do it, you can push yourself, race with a woman, and of course lead some races, and just have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, the mixed category for sure. Which usually the male, it depends obviously on the combination, but sometimes the female on the mixed category leads the swims. It does depend a little bit, doesn't it? But I know that the top teams, like if you goes racing with whoever, he'd probably lead all the swims. I guess. Does Alexis lead the swims when you race together? I guess.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
leads he leads swims, he leads the run,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I can really do something during the race because he's stronger than me.
Hmm.
But of course he can have some moments down during the race, so at that point I can help him. But it's not quite. It's yeah, it doesn't happen really often. So
Mm,
I think in the women's category, this is more important. The fact to help each other, to change the lead, to support each other. It's
mm.
different.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, and I think to be a woman, sometimes when I look into a race, especially if you have a lot of swimming part, and you say, okay, I have maybe to lead 10K of swimming in front, and it's quite scary.
Mm,
Uh, uh, in the first time you look into the distances, and in another way, if you have the men's with you, maybe you feel more confidence. You feel more protected because you can say, okay, maybe he can lead some swims, he can lead all the swims, so I can just follow, and
mm.
it's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, there are some male teams as well where one of the males will lead all the swims, just because they are definitely a faster swimmer. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
similar. Ideally, you could swap it around if necessary. You could come off the tether, and often I find with the male teams, often the stronger swimmer isn't quite as good as at running. So you have
Yeah.
that. I suppose with the mixed team, you know, quite often the male is a stronger swimmer and slightly stronger runner, I suppose. So yeah, that is the difference.
Yeah, but the problem for me it's the amount of training you can have before a race, like OtillO, a long swimmer race, and I think women's that have family uh, have not so many times to go to the pool and do long swimming sets. So the amount of training in the swimming pool, it's maybe less than for a man that can maybe training more. So that's what I saw also with Hannah, for example, when she prepared for the World Championship. She just went swimming in the lake that was 5 minutes far from home, because she said, okay, I go there, I stay in the lake for 6K just non-stop, and then I come home and I will be away like 1 hour and a half, maybe.
Hmm.
So she really organized the time to go away from home and then come back. And for her, go to the pool few times a week was a bit complicated. So I was the one that was training more in the pool compared to her, even if she was training a lot.
Hmm.
But the swimming part is quite difficult to set into the schedule.
Yeah, yeah. I find that as well. To be honest, certainly the swimming pool access in the UK and more so in Wales is limited. So yeah, I end up swimming outside in the sea and lakes a little bit more, and yeah, that is definitely a factor for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's different, and when you don't have so much volume in the pool, maybe you can don't have a really high confidence, because you can say, okay, I didn't swam a lot in the past few months, so I don't know if I'm able to lead the
Hmm.
swims in the women's category, compared if you have like a man that has more volume because he did a lot of training in the pool, and
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, do you think? I mean, I wasn't expecting to kind of go down this route, but as we're kind of talking about it, do you think the mixed category is it has a negative impact on the performance of the female category in the world champs?
Yeah, yeah, because at the time, we don't have so many women that perform. So if the strongest women are in the mixed category,
Mm.
Of course, the women category will be not so strong.
Mm.
So it's really a balance. But I think in the next years this will change, because I saw a lot of new women that came into swimrun, and especially in the French part. So I really hope we will have enough women to have a strong mixed categories and a strong women category.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's definitely some stronger women coming through, and I mean, just briefly on the Ironman. Don't know if you follow the Ironman World Championships, but
Yeah,
I do follow it now, and wow, what a race that was in
yeah,
Kona. Yeah, amazing. And in terms of British kind of effort over there, there's quite a few Brits doing well for the
yeah.
females, more
Cat,
so than the
Cat
males.
Matthews is my idol.
Oh
She is
yeah,
great.
she was great. Yeah,
She is great.
yeah.
Like a person, like a athlete. I think in a really in a lot of ways.
Mm, yeah. So maybe they're probably not going to do swim run in the near future, but maybe in a few years when they get bored of the bike, they might come over.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully, yeah, me too.
But it's different. It's not the same. It's
No,
not. It's
no,
really not the same.
no.
That's why also we propose coaching for women's and a coaching in general, because now if you want to perform in swimrun, you have to training in a specific way for swimrun. You
Mm,
cannot training for triathlon and pretend to perform in swimrun.
mm.
The
Yeah,
swim training is different. You have to do a lot of paddles if you
yeah.
want to be ready for this kind of race. And also for the running part, we ran for 40K, even 65 in the world championship. So it's completely a different also a different path, because we don't have a lot of swim run on the road, but more on trails and with elevation gain. So it's a really different training. And yeah, the training has become really specific now.
Yeah, it has, yeah, and the well, when you're looking at the world champs, the team element as well is another discipline in a way, isn't it? As well as the swimming and running, the working together, racing together is a whole new.
Yeah, yes, you have to train it, the change between swimming and running few times, especially when you swim in cold water. This is a kind of training that maybe some of us can't do, because we live in places that are not cold like Sweden. So to train that, you have to move there and maybe do some training camp there, or do a few races in a place that it's cold, because the impact of the cold on the muscles, it's uh, it's really really hard to yeah, to manage
Yeah,
during a race.
yeah, yeah. Getting those legs going after a cold swim it can be tricky. I don't know if it's as you get
Yeah.
older it gets worse, but it's definitely something. But
Yeah, you can't really, even if you are prepared. I saw that with Desiree in 2024. We were prepared, we were there to try to beat this record, but the conditions were really tough and it was really cold in the water and outside. And when we arrived at the island of Orneux, the
mm,
20K of running, her legs were completely dead, and
mm,
it was quite impossible to run in a good pace. We were yeah, we were suffering a lot. And yeah, you can't really do something if the conditions are really tough. So
mm,
but if you train in these kind of places, of course, I think you adapt your muscles to this
mhm.
condition, and you are maybe yeah, able to overcome a bit this tough um, conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was a cold year, wasn't it? 2024 of the World Champs. You still won with Desiree, of course. You still won. And this year, just going back, this year it was great conditions, wasn't it? Water temp
Yeah.
felt okay to me. Air temp was perfect. Not much wind. Well, hardly any wind. Is it?
No,
Everything went to plan. I
it
take it with
was
yeah,
no, it was really, really, I think one of the best year I did. I think 2022,
two. Yeah,
it was the year of the records were
mm,
even better than this
hmm
year.
yeah. There was a wind
Because this year,
behind, wasn't there? In
yeah,
22.
we
Yeah,
had the wind behind that we pushed us. So they did, Ugo did 7 hour with Max. It was
yeah.
the women's Ulrika and Elena, they set a new women's record. Desiree and Alex, a new one in the mix. And it was really a perfect year for the weather. This year it was great, but it was not so great like 2022. So
Hmm.
it was more colder in the water, and
Hmm.
we had a bit of cold current in the water.
Yeah.
It was we didn't had the wind in the back, but it was on the side. So the condition in the water were not really really great, but
Hmm.
compared to 2024, yeah.
Yeah, better than that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that first swim, it was there a current left to right this year?
It was the current was it was in on the left, I think.
Yeah,
I think it
yeah,
was on the left because a lot of teams were pushed
yeah. Onto the rocks.
on the rocks.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
And they were stocked a bit there, so the group were split because
Mhm.
some of them were able to go out of the rocks very fast, and some others were stuck inside. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think it was on the left, but I don't really remember because when you are behind, it's quite difficult to, when you
yeah,
are in
yeah.
the big group, it's quite difficult to feel the current. But when you are in front, that you are quite alone around you, it's more easy
Hmm.
to feel it.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Okay, so looking to this weekend and Côte d'Azur, you'll be racing in the long course, the 30K with Alexis
Yeah,
Chadier. Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Cool. That should be a good race. I know there's a couple of Brits over there too racing. Uh, it's probably going to be out 20 degrees, is it? Something 20.
Yeah, I think it will be nice because
Yeah.
the weather, it was quite hot in the past few weeks. So I don't think that it will be 20 because they did a race last week in Marseille,
Hmm.
and the water was around 16.
No.
So I don't think it will be 20 in the water, but yeah, a bit
Okay.
less than 20, but
Okay.
quite quite nice because in this region you always have sun, it's always
Hmm.
hot.
Nice.
So it
Nice.
will be nice, I think.
So, what do you think? What wetsuit do you think you'll wear for that on Sunday?
Ah, this is a good question. So me and Alexis, we try to work with Horka
Hmm.
to produce a new wetsuit without sleeve. And along all this year, I wear this wetsuit just to test it because it will be on the market for next season.
Okay.
So I think I will use even for this last swim run that wetsuit.
Cool. That's good to hear. So, you guys have been working with Orca to develop the swim run wetsuit.
Yeah,
Good. Good.
yeah, we are really happy about that because I think it's really important that the brands listen to the athletes
Hmm.
because we are us that we try the product and we experimented it into the water, into the running, and uh, I think we are the best person that can give advices and yeah, suggestion
Yeah.
to build a gear that works in the sport, and especially for a sport that it's growing a lot. I think it's important that they listen to us and they improve their year.
Yeah, no, that's really good to hear, because I know I felt the original Orca swim run wetsuits back, 5, 6, 7 years ago weren't quite. It felt like they weren't quite in tune with swim runners, but they've definitely improved, and that kind of makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
now. Yeah, they've got some decent suits now, haven't they? So that makes sense that they've got you, you and Alexis giving them advice on that. So that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Then this sweatsuit, it's great. I enjoy a lot to race without sleeve, even if it's cold. I like the cold. I'm not suffering for the cold.
Hmm.
I never had it, so I'm really quite used to race without sleeve, because I feel that my body it's. I have a lot of muscles because I come from gymnastics.
Right.
So when I wear wetsuit with sleeves, I feel compressed,
Yeah.
and I think that my swim is not good when I don't have my shoulder free.
Hmm.
So that's why I prefer to race without sleeve. I really like it, and I did all my races without sleeve, and I will continue to do it, even if sometimes when you arrive to the place of the race and you heard other people that say it will be cold,
Mm.
it's cold. Sometimes you do yourself a lot of question in your
Mm.
mind,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm confident about it, and I really like it, and I know that I have to feel my feeling,
Hmm.
to hurt my feeling to when I choose a gear to wear during the race, and not heard from the other, listen to the other.
Yeah, listen to yourself. Yeah, that's great advice, especially at the front of the pack, where there's going to be an intensity in the runs and the swims. Yeah, I think that's generally good advice. I've only been cold, like worryingly cold, once on a swim run, and the rest of the time, absolutely fine. Even this year at the World Champs, there was talk of the water temperature, so warmer sleeves. I would have been fine without my sleeves, to be honest, this year. But I took them off before no, and put them away. But yeah, it's generally with the running, you generally get too hot, unless
Yeah,
you're not just running really slowly, of
that's the
course. Yeah,
problem. That's the
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
That's the problem, that sometimes we forgot that we have to run with the wetsuit, and if outside it's quite hot or
Mm.
a nice weather, we easily lost a lot of water
Yeah,
and
and salt.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
salt, exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
so
this
with
is
this
important.
with this new orca suit, is it when you say without sleeves, do you mean across at the shoulder or the elbow?
Exactly, yeah,
At the shoulder.
yeah, shoulder
Okay.
free, yeah, yeah,
Brilliant. Brilliant. Because
sleeveless,
there's
yeah,
not, I mean, Arc have obviously got the Uto Air and the Vigor. Head, I know, did a shoulderless
yeah,
suit. But it's great to hear that Orca are going to bring one out too, because we need more
yeah.
choice. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And especially a suit that it's light, even
Yeah.
on the legs, because sometimes when I tried the head one on the legs, they usually put a lot of neoprene, a lot of material, but we don't need that. We need that the legs are really light to run with it. So
Yeah.
I think that's important, and ARC do a really, really great job about this. So
Hmm.
I think it's good that also Horka will propose something that it's really good.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And paddles, we all know you. Well, we don't all know, but if you're really into swim run like us, we know that Sabrina is in Evolvent carbon paddles.
Yeah,
We've got your own kind of model, Sabina
yeah,
Rapelli model of carbon paddles.
yeah.
You'll be taking those on Sunday, I guess.
Yeah, maybe because I have two models that I switch a bit, and one is when I have to pull, and the other one, mine model, is when I maybe can stay behind and I can work more with my frequency or my strength. So I will maybe try them. Yeah,
Yeah,
use
they're
them.
they're slightly smaller, aren't they? Those the Sabina Rapelli model with the purple.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit smaller than the other models are from Evolvent, and the design is a bit different.
Hmm.
The form.
Yeah, no, they're nice. I've tried them a few times. I do like those ones.
Yeah, and the I think the good things that we did is this kind of material that we put on it, because when I tried for the first time the carbon paddle, I was not stable with my hand. My hand was slip during my stroke. And I said, okay, maybe I have to add something on the paddle. And I start adding some scotch to just have some grip on the paddle. And that's why I talked with Frederick, the Evolvent owner, and together we developed this kind of paddle, my paddle, with a kind of plastic on it,
Hmm.
that it's a plastic with grip. So
Mm,
your hand, when you swim, is stable because you can really well attach your hand on the paddle.
that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a texture that sticks to your hand.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And
Exactly.
you've got the rubber rim as well on the bottom, haven't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes you get hurt a bit with the paddles
Hmm.
that are a bit longer on
Hmm.
your arm.
Yeah.
You get hurt a bit
Mm.
during the swim run, especially if you turn your paddles and you touch your skin. So we had some plastics just to, yeah, protect a bit the skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Great paddles. Check those out, guys. Evolvent carbon paddles. If you're into that kind of thing, obviously build up to them because they're generally quite big. and
Yeah, no, it's this is really, because I heard some really bad comment about paddle in the last few months, and I have to say that in swimrun you can choose. You even can go to the races without paddle if you want. It's not a gear that it's mandatory, so you can even swim without.
Hmm.
So you have to choose your paddle, but you have to do like good training
Mm.
before you use them, because if you, of course, if you are used to smaller paddle and then in a day and another you change and you use the big paddles for all your training session, is normal that one, you maybe don't improve your technique, but you lose a lot. And second, you can be injured about that. When I
Mm.
tried for the first time my paddles, of course I didn't choose the big one, but the middle one or even the small one. And then I use them not for each training session. So I was before I was using the stroke maker paddles
Oh yeah.
in the plastic one. So I was with them in a training, and then the day after I was using the carbon paddle, and even during the training I was switch between them for a long time. And I think the first race I did, I was trying the carbon paddle in 2023,
Hmm.
around the beginning of the year, and I never used them in a race until Cannes, so in the end of the year. And the end of the year I said to me, okay, it's the moment to test, because it's not an important race, it's a training race, and this one is the last of the season. I can really see if I'm able to swim 6K with the carbon paddle now. But I did a year of training with them, with before using them in a
Hmm.
race. So this is important, and I tested a lot of paddle before choosing mine. So I didn't just look to another person and say, "Oh, he is using them. I will do it for all my session."
Mm.
I tested it, and
Yeah.
you have to be sure that it's the one for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've done the same myself. And yeah, great advice. Was that when you raced with Kristen Larson in Cannes?
Exactly.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And
Yeah.
you won. Not an important race, but you just won it, World Series.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so, who did you share the lead on the swims with that race with Kristen?
I think I was in front.
Right.
I was in front, yeah.
Yeah,
And
cool.
Christine was helping me during the runs because she is really, really strong
Yeah.
on the running. And I think I was leading the swimming part, yeah. But yeah, I feel very well with the carbon paddle because I
Mm.
have a lot of strength, and with the yeah, the carbon paddle, because I have a lot of strength thanks to the gymnastics, and
Hmm.
I think I have also some endurance in my arms to be able to pull someone a long time and have in all the race the same speed. So I don't reduce my speed during the race because I have a lot of endurance in my muscles.
Hmm.
So that's I think it's a skill that I have from gymnastics,
Right.
and that's
Okay.
why the carbon paddle are really good for me. But maybe for another person they are not really good, because if I look into Desiree technique, she is a swimmer, a really good swimmer, and she swim with a lot of frequency.
Hmm.
And I think the carbon paddle, especially the big one, are not really good for her because she has to change her way to swim, so reduce the frequency and do like a more um, yeah, less stroke in her swim. And I think for her is not good. She is
Hmm.
better without. And for me, it's not the same because I have a lot of strength and I have not so much frequency
Hmm.
in my technique. So I work more with my strength, and I think it's good to use
Okay.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. And gymnastics. So, what level were you at gymnastics then? Just
I did a Swiss level
right.
because in Switzerland we have the artistic gymnastics, the one that you can go to the Olympics, etc. But in my region, we don't have a really big gym for them. So if you are selected to the regional team, you can go to this big gym that we have 1 hour from my house, even 1 hour and a half. And when I was a kid, I had the possibility to be selected, but my mother was not able to drive me every day to this gym, and we were not so much to go there. So she
Hmm.
decided to let me at my society here in my place. And of course your level will not improve so much compared if you can go to this big center of gymnastics. So I stayed here, and I raced in a Swiss level
Okay.
until because in gymnastica you have some levels of difficulty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I went to the sixth level, but I was not stronger like the girls you see at the Olympics or European or World Champion.
Hmm.
And after that, when I was 18, I had three big injury in my ankle, and I said, okay, I stop. I don't have the motivation to start again from zero, and I know that I don't have also the motivation to go ahead in the sport. And I
Hmm.
switched to another kind of gymnastic. It's like a series B. I
Right.
don't know if you can say that in English, but it's a level that is less than artistic gymnastics, and you also change some equipment. You have the balancing rings,
Hmm.
the bar. It's a bit different, but
Okay.
we have this kind of gymnastics in Switzerland and in Germany.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, I did it until 25, and I had a lot of success and personal goals. So I was really happy about this choice. Uh, but when I was at the university, I just said to me that maybe I give all I had to gymnastics, and I needed some other goals to reach in another sport, maybe.
Hmm.
So that's why I choose to concentrate myself in the running, swimming, and biking. And I did some triathlon, and
Hmm.
after I came into swimrun.
Okay. Cool. So you've got that, yeah, you got those muscles and strength from the gymnastics and carried it on through. Just on the just I remember I think you said that did you lose a paddle on the first swim of the world champs one year? Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was I remember we were talking a lot with Nicolas Ramirez, and he was always telling to me, be careful. The things to not do is to lose the paddle in the first swim all the time. And I remember we were in 2021 in the mixed category. We really had a lot of fight because we had so much strong teams in the start list. So
Hmm.
in this in the beginning we were all together,
Hmm.
and I remember I had Kenny and Amanda. They passed just near me and Alexis, and they stay a few minutes near us, and we were touching together. And yeah, I just touch too much, or Kenny or Amanda, and I lose my paddle.
Oh.
And it was for me, I lose. I think it was the right one. I
Hmm.
lose.
Yeah.
And and I said during the swimming, I was thinking about how I can say that to Alexis when we came out of the water, because it's something that you have to be careful, because you can lose the mental concentration of the other person, because we were aiming for a podium
Mm.
that year. We were there to fight for a place on the podium, and just start the race without a paddle.
Yeah.
It was a catastrophic situation. And during all the swimming, I was thinking how I can say to him that I have only one paddle. So we came out to the water, and in the beginning you have some rocks,
Mm.
really technical trails. And after that part, I was not talking with him because I was I was thinking. And after that part, I said, "Okay, I have to tell you something. I lose a paddle in the first win, but I think we can be really fast on the water because you are so strong, and I think we can just keep the pace of the other teams." And yeah, Alexis just swim really good during that race, and we saw in the swimming part after that technical part that we were with them, so we
Hmm.
were not slower, even
Okay.
if I didn't have the paddle. And I switch. I lose the right
Hmm.
one,
Yeah.
and no, I think I lose the left one, but the left one is my I can say that my right arm is the
Stronger.
stronger one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For me, is the stronger one. I
Hmm.
have a really good catch on
Yeah.
this arm. So I said to me, I maybe switch. I put the paddle on the arm that it's not so strong,
Yeah.
and I will push as much as you can avec the arm that it's stronger. And I did that, and at the end, yeah, we came second. So Even
Very
if we
good.
lose this battle, it was okay.
Yeah, and at least it wasn't a carbon paddle, I'm guessing.
No, no, it
No.
was a
Yeah,
stroke maker.
that's all right then.
Yeah,
But,
I didn't lose so much money.
no. But, it's interesting because I did something similar. I guess in a part when you're racing in a team and you lose one paddle, as long as the front person, whoever it is, has got their paddles, that's important.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. And
uh,
if you stay really close, you
yeah,
can just have this, yeah, stay in the feet. You
yeah,
can just stay attached and don't, yeah, don't swim really, really well because the most important work is the work of the one in front. So
yeah,
even if you don't have the paddle, if you stay really close, you go into the same speed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I lost. I was racing solo in Coniston, and I lost a paddle.
Ah, yeah,
On
that's it's different.
Yeah, yeah, but and I was like, it wasn't in a swim either. It was on a technical descent. I'd put them under my race bib. They normally stay quite tight,
Ah, yeah,
but it
yeah,
was, it was a fast down descent down, and I was juggling, bouncing up and down, and I didn't
yeah.
even notice. I got to the next swim. I was like, oh my god! I started to go back, and I thought, no, it's going to be a long way to go to go and get this paddle. So I
Yeah.
thought, well, one of the course sweepers at the end of the race will hopefully pick it up. So I thought, and anyway, I carried on, and it wasn't as I was slightly dreading how it would feel, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I did the same. My right arm is stronger, so I had the paddle on my left to try and make that stronger. If you
Yeah.
like, and it wasn't, it was slightly slower, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, there
Yeah.
we go.
The things that helps me a lot, it was that with my coach and the coach of Alexis, of course, we worked a lot in only pool. So I did a lot of session, a lot of distances, only with pool without paddle. And this, when I lose the paddle during the swimming, in my mind, it was really helpful because I said to me, never mind. I swam a lot without paddle this year, and I really
Yeah.
did my best times, my best sessions
Hmm.
without. So I can't do it without and have the same yeah, not the same speed, but the same effect, the same. I can develop the same help for Lexis. So
Yeah.
if maybe I put more frequencies in my arm without the paddle, I
Yeah.
push more.
That was the thing. Getting so yeah, the cadence on the paddleless arm was slightly faster. That was the kind of balancing point. It might be,
Yeah.
swim runners out there. It might be worth doing if you do use paddles, and you do find yourself losing one. It might be worth doing some practices in the pool with one paddle, just in case. But it's not a
Yeah,
biggie.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah, but yeah, you have always to be ready that something like that can happen during the race. So you can even lose your gels, you can even
yeah,
lose your goggles, and
yeah, yeah,
for example, us for the World Championship, we had three pairs of goggles. One it was behind in the wetsuit because it's important to have it if you broke it. But in Sweden, it's okay because the water is not so salty,
no, no,
so it's quite okay to swim without.
yeah,
But I prefer to have it. But in other races, you have to wear the goggles, and if you lose them, and yeah, even for the person that is behind, he just can't give yours to you because he
mhm,
has to wear the goggles.
yeah. Yeah,
So
it's I don't mind swimming without goggles, but it's a good point. I know quite a few people take a spare pair of goggles for sure. Um, Hello, doggy. um, um, who's that then, Sabina? Who's the dog?
it's Spike. Spike.
Spike. Cool.
Yeah, he's complaining because the other one, I have two dogs. The other one is close to me, so he's jealous.
Ah, oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
I
we'll
will show you at the end.
okay, cool. And I was going to ask you about your shoes before we get back to the dogs. Shoes, what are you going what well, actually, I don't know Côte d'Azur really, so I can't really relate to it at the moment. But world champs, what did you wear at the world champs on your feet?
I had the Ultra Mont Blanc Carbon.
Ah, Ultra. Yeah, you're kind of sponsored by Ultra a little bit.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Yep,
we are.
cool.
And but I use them since a lot of years now.
Wow.
I really enjoy to run with Ultra, and since the moment I use them, I really reduce the number of injury I had.
Okay.
So it tells me a lot, I think, to race in a minimalist way. You can
Hmm.
say that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And they are a what kind of soul have they got?
So a Vibram one,
Oh, is it? Okay.
yeah,
And it was all
yeah.
right. It's
But I
okay
think
on yeah.
for me they are really good on the rocks.
Okay.
After the, I think Alexis prefer another model compared to the Mont Blanc because he think that the Mont Blanc is not so stable on the ankle, and he prefer another model from Ultra, but they are really good on the rocks.
Okay. And they're
But
carbon.
this year the French they show that we can also race in carbon shoes, not trail one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were in
doesn't matter the grip.
Adidas. Yeah, yeah, that is the thing that's happening now in swimrun, I think, isn't it? People using
Yeah,
road shoes, carbon
yeah,
road
especially
shoes.
in the men's category, I think
Yeah,
the level is so high at the moment. So you have really to think about the gear and be
yeah,
faster
yeah,
than the others. So,
yeah. Those fast
but
guys.
it's
Yeah.
quite. I'm really impressed because it's true that this year the conditions were perfect. So the rocks were wet, were not wet,
Hmm.
so dry, completely dry. It was really easy to run the first part, and I
Yeah.
remember with Anna, we took a speed that it was not. Um, we didn't think to run fast in the first island because we said we slow down, we just take a slow pace because it's the moment where you can get injured there if you sleep, if you
Hmm.
fell down. But this year it was so easy to run. It was completely dry.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a grip, I think it was possible to do it. But I don't know if it will be the same, if the condition will be really tough.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
To test.
That's it. That's the beauty of swimrun, isn't it? You never
Yeah.
quite know until the day or after the day, maybe.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, good luck with on the Sunday, and
Thank you
oh,
so
with the
much.
coaching, Sabina. So you do online coaching as well. You're based in Switzerland, so you obviously
Yeah.
you do some in person stuff. I don't know. There's the UK ladies. Can they get in touch with you for coaching
Yeah,
plans?
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Well, my main job is I'm a school teacher, a
Uh-huh.
sport teacher at the school, but I have a master in rehabilitation, and it was all. My dream was to open something mine beside to the school because I love teaching to the students, but I think the um, the relationship that you have with adults, people, or yeah, not teenagers, is different, and especially when you can give to these people some advices that can help them to improve or yeah, to reach goals, and this is something that I like, and that's why I open my coaching, my personal coaching, and I do it in person, so here in my place, but also online. Yeah,
Okay. Cool. And it's is it no limits coaching?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my coaching that it's no limits, but I work also with Nico.
Hmm.
That's why we created this coaching for women's together, because I'm part of Team Envol. It's
Yeah.
there that I start my journey in swimrun, so I think it was good to propose that with him and with Envol. And yeah, so I do both of them.
Cool, cool. So, bit of coaching opportunity there. Reach out to Sabina. She knows what she's talking about. She's done quite a few races quite well, and yeah. And good luck. We'll see how it goes. Richard Stannard and Sarah Richardson are in your category as well. I think. I mean, you know, they're a little bit older. I'm guessing you guys will be faster, but you never know. You never know what will happen on the day. Um,
Yeah, yeah, you never know. I can. This year in Engadin, we had like a really tough race with Ulrika. I'm glad that we arrived at the finish line. Sometimes, even if you are experimented, you can leave some really tough moments. And
mm,
I also had some DNF in my career in swimrun. So
yeah, right.
even if I am experimenting and I'm trained for it, can happen also to me. And
Yeah. With
yeah.
the DNFs, how was it injury or what happened?
No, I had I had 2 DNF and 2 times in Engadin.
Right.
So I think I have a problem with the altitude,
Ah,
and I
okay.
had to wait. And every year when we arrive at Engadin, I always say to Alexis, I will not do this race. I will not do this race, but then I will do it.
Mhm.
So it's a kind of love and hate to this race because I love it, but I'm not used to race in altitude. I think I have problems. I experimented everything to go there 1 week before, to go there 1 day before, to be really ready and really how do you say, not tired.
Mhm.
When you go in the altitude, you have to be fresh. um, but yeah, sometimes depends on the day. I'm not in the condition to continue the race because I just have my body that don't follow. I start vomiting and
Oh god.
I don't see very well. My legs are dead after 1 hours into the race. And but this year I was perfectly fine. I was really good, and it was Ulrika that she had the same symptoms that I had when I did DNF. And she was really strong because she just trusts me, and she tried to overcome all the symptoms and to think positive about the fact that she will do it. And we arrived at the finish line. So
Okay. Good.
that's uh, that's to say that even if we are experimental, that we won a lot of swimrun, it's we are not in the beginning of the race. We can you don't have to say we will win, because
Mm.
maybe we can have problems and we cannot finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I wonder I wonder something you said earlier with the DNFs. I wonder in Engadin, racing with Alexis,
yeah,
because you're pushing that little bit more than when you are
I
with a
I
female.
I think, yeah, I think it's I had these 2 DNF in the mixed category, and I think I have maybe a problem when I push too much,
Mhm.
especially in the beginning. But the problem in the mix is that you have to push because you have to run in a way in a level that is not yours. So I can just start the race slow, because after you will not, if you want to perform and you want to win the race or do a podium, you can't let the other go, because it's
Mhm.
quite difficult to during the race to just arrive to catch them. It's
Yeah.
quite difficult when they are strong and they have your level. So if they start fast and they go away in the beginning, it's quite difficult to,
Mm.
yeah, maybe if they have problems, but
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not sure. So I had it in the 2 times I did it with Alexis.
Okay.
1 times I finished the first one, but I was not well. I finished because I had a strong mentals and I pushed into until the end, but I was not good. And maybe it's really the way I push myself, I push my body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw a lot of other athletes that has the same problems in this race. So depends. You have some people that doesn't suffer about it, and others that are maybe more
Mm-hmm.
impacted about the elevation,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
altitude.
Yeah. Definitely. Cool. Well, sorry for bringing that up.
Ah, no problem.
No, it's good. It's good to hear the stories of the not quite successes as well as all the glory, isn't it? Because it makes it real for
Yeah, of
people.
course.
Yeah.
But it's quite um, the, a very hard moment to overcome a DNF. I think it's quite hard
Mm-hmm.
um, after it to come back to training because it's a really strange feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think the first one I did it was quite hard. And the second one, I just said to me, okay, I have to stop my mind and I'm training for because the second one I was training for Iotta. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
know
Yotta.
this
Yeah.
race.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. I was preparing this race, so I was not preparing Engadin. I arrived in altitude in St. Moritz and I was tired because I was preparing Yotta and I said, okay, I can finish my block on Engadin with Alexis and do a good training. But I think my body, when I arrived there, it was tired.
Mm-hmm.
And just the altitude killed me. And I think it was easy for me to say, okay, just I tried.
Mm.
I didn't finish. It's not a problem. I will focus on the race I have to do. But the first time I did it, it was a goal. So it's quite different when you prepare for it and it's your goal and
Yeah.
you don't finish. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a different kind of disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got it. Cool. Well, on that note, good luck on Sunday, and it's at sea level, so shouldn't be any problems.
No, no, I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
No, it'll be great. Well, thanks a lot, Sabina, for coming on, and I'll
Thank you
link
so
to your
much.
coaching. And
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
bon chance. What's your native language? Is it Italian or is it German or is it
Yeah, it's
Swiss?
Italian. It's
Italian. Okay,
Italian. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay.
But I speak also French because in Switzerland we speak 3 languages.
Yeah.
We have to learn the 3 languages at school. So I speak since I was a kid also French and the English it's a bit more complicated in Switzerland. We learn it quite late, especially in the Italian region, because
Hmm.
we focus on the 3 languages of the country.
Right.
Um, yeah,
Okay. Well, pretty good. Your English was very good, so thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And
I will show you the
oh,
dog who
Spike.
was
Ah, yeah.
Spike.
Oh,
Spike.
it's quite a big dog. Yeah. Very good. What's
It's a big dog. It's a really attached dog. It's quite jealous and he needs some attention.
okay? Well, I will leave you to Spike and preparation for the weekend. Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Sabina.
much.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye. Thank you so much.
There we go, Sabina. What a champion, and no doubt a good coach. So do check out No Limits Coaching. Just Google it, you'll find her. And yeah, he does training plans and face-to-face stuff if you're over in Switzerland. So that's that. Do like, subscribe, share, give us a review on Spotify. All of that stuff helps people find the show. We've not found it yet. And yeah, it's good vibes, keeps us going. And trucking on through the winter. Loads more great guests coming up. Good luck if you're racing this weekend in the south of France, of course. And anyone heading over to Hydra, I don't know, there's probably a few other races. I think there was one in Greece that was scheduled in December. I think Tenerife as well, December. I haven't looked into the Europe at the end of season too much, but there's still stuff going on in the warmer climes. Of course, Hellas Frostbite will be taking place, no doubt, in Sweden with kind of 4-degree water or something like that, maybe less. But yeah, a big shout out to everyone who was racing at Kona. It's not my thing, but I have been following because I do understand now, having watched some of that race in Kona and how it played out. It did give me a new respect for those guys. So, and understanding of why people get so into the whole Ironman thing. So yeah, big shout out to the ladies. Kat Matthews coming second, and a few others falling by the wayside. I think Holly Lawrence did well, 6th place, another Brit, and India Lee was in there. Clutterbuck, Lucy, unfortunately, didn't make it to the end, but sterling performance. Anyway, that's it. See you soon.